we have a fantastic show for you tonight. I need you to keep those applause going and keep the noise going, because first up, known as the founder and editor of the Grayzone, please show your love to Max Blumenthal. Slim Gaylord. Got some Slim Gaylord fans here. What's up, New Jersey? I wanted to say that in like I'm fucking Bruce Springsteen or something. Bon Jovi. What's up, New Jersey? Fucking New Jersey with Jimmy Dore. This shit is crazy. You all showed up. This is incredible. I was scared like not enough of you would show up, and I was gonna have to like offer free subscriptions to the OnlyFans page of Anya Parampil to get people out. She doesn't actually have one. We would create one to get you. She's hot. What are you gonna say? And oh, happy Pride. I can't say I'm particularly proud. I've known I was heteronormative ever since my first sexual dream about my grandmother, so feel kind of marginalized this month. It's a normal thing for young men to have when their balls are overfull. Not weird. I wrote some jokes on the way here. You can see I didn't memorize my set. I'm not an actual comedian. I'm a journalist, and so it's appropriate. It's appropriate that I would do comedy because my profession is a fucking joke. I mean, it really brings together the worst malignant, high-level narcissists, sociopaths, and lackeys for power. More or less. Pretty much the worst people on the planet are journalists. And you can see it in the headlines of the New York Times. Like last March, Israel massacred dozens of Palestinian civilians in northern Gaza who were seeking to get flour from an aid delivery under siege, and they massacred them. And this was actually the New York Times headline: "Second Gaza aid convoy ends in violence." Like it was the end of a Jerry Springer episode where like the baby daddy finds out that it's not the mom, they did the DNA test, and it just ends in violence, you know, and they bring out the bouncers and the bodyguards. Finally, okay, today, the New York Times finally dropped the passive voice after Israel massacred over 30 civilians sheltering in a United Nations school. Here's the headline: Israeli strike kills dozens at X school. It's an X school. The school transitioned. And if you call it school, you're dead naming the school. Don't call it the school, it's a terror base. This is like one of my first shows or forays into comedy since October 7th. I haven't really, while watching a live streamed genocide, just like everyone I know in Gaza has either been killed or have been displaced, had their homes destroyed. Couldn't find much humor. And we just, at home, gave $95 billion in a supplemental to a hyper-militarized Nazi state controlled by a psychotic, narcissistic Jewish guy, and I can't tell if it's Ukraine or Israel. Joe Biden, Genocide Joe, on Holocaust Remembrance Day, claimed that the reason that Palestinians want to kill Jews in Israel is because of ancient desires. Those are his exact words. I don't know who slipped those words into Biden's teleprompter. Someone who obviously hates Joe Biden. I think Ancient Desires would be a great title for the unauthorized biography of Joe Biden. A guy who wears a diaper and cannot hold himself back from sniffing the hair of every senator's granddaughter that he sees. And he's talking about ancient desires. The Holocaust. Let's go, Brandon. Well, we hear a lot about the Holocaust today. Our leaders obsess over the Holocaust. Something that happened, for sure. Terrible crime. I walk by the Holocaust Museum all the time in Washington, D.C., where I live, on the National Mall. And, I think it's near the African American History Museum. They have all these exhibits to African American achievements. The Native American Museum is there. It's not all about Native American genocide. There's exhibits about Native American culture. But all we have is the Holocaust Museum. There's like no museum that is a tribute to all that Jewish Americans have contributed to this society and to the world, everything we've invented. I mean, think about it. A Jew invented chemotherapy, saving millions of lives. A Jew invented the gramophone. All that stuff, DJ. You couldn't have done that without a Jew. Those jeans right there, a Jew invented those jeans. And most recently, a Jew invented Hamas mass rape and 40 beheaded babies on October 7th. Pretty much all my jokes tonight are Israel jokes, so hope that's okay. Do you want me to transition to Vax jokes, or can we keep going? Good. Because we're hearing all about this surge in anti-Semitism. I can't find it. Where's the anti-Semitism? It feels like this is the new scamdemic. However, and baseball fans will understand this, it is a little bit weird that the left fielder of the Los Angeles Dodgers is named Kike Hernandez. I mean, how did that happen? Okay, his name is really Kike, which is short for Enrique, but the failure of some sports writers to put the accent on the E is pure, unsheathed, unadulterated anti-Semitism and a calumny against the Jewish people. As is the fact that the Dodgers' minority owner is Jewish. We will not rest until we are the majority owner of every Major League Baseball team. But we already got the NFL. Columbia University, a town in New York, was the site of an inspiring scene of students mobilizing against genocide, occupying their own campus, demanding divestment from companies and investments in the university that were funding Israel's occupation. And of course, when this happens, Israel lobbyists went running around, let's find some video to prove that anti-Semitism is taking place. There's got to be some anti-Semites here. And this one video started going viral, and it showed two youths with Palestinian flags wrapped around their necks, with goggles on, their faces completely covered, you couldn't see who they were, and they were shouting, never forget the 7th of October. We will kill thousands more. We will kill hundreds of thousands of more. We will do it. And I was watching that live on our live stream at the Grayzone with Aaron Mate. And Aaron's Judar went off. He was like, those are infiltrators who are trying to make Palestinians, no Palestinian would say, never forget the 7th of October. Those are Jews. I'm like, you're right, man, listen to their voices, it's so obvious. When I say obvious, I mean A-V-I-O-U-S. The dead giveaway was when one of them was like, Avi, this coffee is giving me the sniffles. Where's my allergy medicine? I spent a lot of time in Israel. My second book was all about that, Goliath. And people always ask me, with your views, how do you get in? And basically, like, all you have to do to get in, really, I don't think they let me in now at this point, to get in is prove you have J-positive blood. Like, you just have to essentially prove you're Jewish. You get into the customs line, there's a lady there, she's the security officer, and she just asks everyone, are you Jewish? Are you Jewish? Are you Jewish? It's like the stewardess on the airplane going like, chicken or pasta? Chicken or pasta? And, are you Jewish? No, you're Arab? Okay, throw him in the hole. And I get up there, she says, are you Jewish? I'm like, yes, I'm Jewish. What do you want to do? Measure my nose? Like, how do I prove this? Blumenthal, okay? And she's like about to stamp my passport, and then she says, are you going to make Aliyah? Aliyah means, are you going to permanently immigrate to Israel and move there? That's what they want. They want more Jewish Americans to move there. And I was thinking in my mind, like, I would rather like watch German scat porn on an Oculus starring Klaus Schwab and Ursula von der Leyen. Oh, Klaus, dein Scheiße ist groß und schmeckt. Oh, Klausi. I would rather, like, give Victoria Nuland a deep, loving tongue bath than move to your psychotic, nuclearized Jonestown apartheid colony. I didn't say that. You let me in. 4 more years. Pause. We're ready for the democracy's on the ballot, right? You're ready for the election? I'm trying to figure out who to vote for. Like, should I vote for one of the independent candidates, like Cornel West, or, I mean, no offense to Jimmy, I personally like Cornel West. On a personal level. But he's gotta stop calling everyone brother. He's like, the dear beloved brother Ronald Reagan mined the harbors of Nicaragua. Like, he's a brother. Brother Goebbels. Like, no, stop calling everyone brother. Guess we're not voting for Genocide Joe, are we? No. I feel like we're not gonna have a normal election again in this country. That all changed in 2016. That's kind of like when America decided not to hand over our nuclear arsenal to Nurse Ratched. Referring to Hillary Clinton. And like, I don't like Donald Trump, not MAGA, I'm not a right-winger, but I was really relieved when Hillary lost just for purely selfish reasons, because as is well known, my father was a confidant of Hillary Clinton, like an outside advisor, and I was worried that I was going to become like the 2016 version of Hunter Biden. I mean, the ruling establishment in America, like for them, being an anti-Zionist is way worse than being a super corrupt crackhead. That's like the worst thing in the world. And I just feel like I dodged a bullet. Someone actually earlier today like ran up to me and was like, tell me about your father's involvement in Benghazi. Like right as I was walking in, that was like the introduction from an Icarus Fest attendee. So it's like something I have to address. Like, I agree with him on a lot of things. He supported me my whole life, learned a lot from him, but we just, we part ways on the Clintons. We don't agree on the Clintons. And honestly, like if you agree with everyone at this point in history with your boomer parents on everything, you're either the most blue-pilled motherfucker ever, or your parents were in the Weather Underground. So my father was, he believes in loyalty. He's very loyal to the Clintons. Some say too loyal, and I'm glad because he's still alive. Nobody has has 51 former friends and business associates who died of other than natural causes. I don't even have 51 friends. I know you're taping and everything. I'm supposed to be a serious journalist. I don't actually believe the conspiracy theory, the right-wing conspiracy that the Clintons killed Vince Foster or whatever. They just killed 500,000 Iraqi children, and it was worth it. 2016, I always think about that year. That's when Jeb Bush got destroyed. Wasn't that delicious? I remember Jeb Bush was surrounded by the press, and the moral test of that election that all the candidates were getting asked was, would you kill baby Hitler? They asked Jeb Bush, he was like, hell yeah, I'd do it. Like, very macho. They should have asked him, would you have killed fetus Hitler? I believe that fetus Hitler was a life and he deserved a chance to apply to the Vienna Academy of Art and become a talented artist. Benjamin Netanyahu was actually also asked this same question, would you kill baby Hitler? And he also said yes, not because he had anything against Hitler, but because he loves killing babies. I think the real moral test today is not would you kill baby Hitler, it's would you kill adult Netanyahu? Would you do it? Don't answer. Do not answer. I hear a drone coming. That's like saying, that's worse than saying you kill the president. That's like above the president. Something like much more ferocious than the Secret Service is gonna come down on you. So don't answer that question. Lou was talking about RFK. Yeah, I kind of supported him initially. And then I heard him talk about Israel-Palestine. He was like, the Palestinian Authority has a pay-to-slay policy to kill Jews anywhere in the world. I was like, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's a fucking idiot. All the stuff he was sitting there with Rabbi Shmuley, this walking anti-Semitic stereotype dildo salesman. What the fuck happened to RFK? Then I was like, oh shit. What else is he wrong about? And I took my 3-year-old kid down to the pediatrician and I said, vax her the fuck up right now. Give her the MMR. Give her the D-tap. Give her Gardasil. I don't care. Inject her with Ozempic. Just do it now. RFK's wrong. One theory about RFK, getting in bed with Netanyahu is that he was on the Epstein Lolita Express. And everybody was on the Lolita Express, or they were, just so many people. Epstein had so many people in his back pocket. He had Noam Chomsky manufacturing consent. I mean, did he have I'm surprised Greta Thunberg wasn't on the flight logs. Or Malala, everybody was on there. RFK was on there. Stephen Hawking was on the client list. Can you imagine RFK and Stephen Hawking pulling an Eiffel Tower on one of the Lolitas? What that would sound like? Work my shaft, suck my brainworm, put that thing down, flip it and reverse it.